might see something on your screens. There we go. We are briefly on YouTube. So parts of this class will be broadcast on YouTube, but not all of it. Okay, so let's get started. I will record now and we will start. Okay, so this is OET Vocab. As I was saying to people, this is really for reading and listening. I was chatting to a random person and I asked them, what's your main difficulty with OET? They said reading. It's very common for people to be struggling with these two. So don't feel bad if that's you, guys. Today, we're going to take another step towards you passing your exam, I hope. The small step today will just be to learn some vocab, all right? Can you all put your microphones on and say hello? Do you see my screen here? Does everyone see this? Say hello.
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 Fantastic.
Hello.
Let's do a bit of a warm-up as well. We'll do a bit of a game, and we're going to do my word formation game. This is really, really important, and I'm going to try and play this every day this week, okay? Word formation is a key thing in grammar, okay? So, for example, if I say the word run, you should all be able to shout out, what's the form of that word?
Verb.
It's a verb, isn't it? Okay. If I say the word tree, you should all be able to...
Noun.
Noun.
It's a noun, okay. If I say something a bit more difficult now, like assess...
Verb.
It's a verb, isn't it? What about assessment?
Noun.
So guys, this is the game. You have to do this as fast as you can. See if you can beat people like Aditi and others who are very, very quick. All right. Here we go. Tell me what type of word this is. Everyone, come on.
Article.
Bonus question. Both definite or indefinite?
Definite.
Before I even ask, she's got the answer. Okay, good. Okay, what about this? Into. Shout out, guys.
Preposition.
Okay. What about that one? Shout out if you know.
Article.
Non-definite.
It's just a game, Okay, so what about this one? Something like, how about cut?
Verb.
Verb.
Okay,
It can also be a noun as well. Thank you. Sometimes this word can be a noun and a verb. And also it's special because it doesn't change in the past. It's just the same. Okay, what about this one? Put your microphone if you've got the answer. What about or? Anyone? Put your microphones on. Sorry, I muted you all. What is it?
Conjunction.
Conjunction. Okay, what about this one?
Preposition.
Preposition. Okay. So conjunction or preposition. Okay, what about this one? And.
Conjunction.
Conjunction.
Okay, what about on?
Preposition.
Okay. What about something like between?
Preposition.
Preposition.
Conjunction.
Preposition.
Preposition, actually. What about because? Conjunction. Now, Aditi, what's the difference between a preposition and a conjunction? You know?
A preposition just connects a word like a noun or something if you want to put, and conjunction is like if you want to connect a sentence, a clause.
Yeah, so prepositions, guys, they connect words. It could be a noun or an adjective, could be anything, right? Usually verbs or nouns, okay? But a conjunction, say that again, Aditi, that's correct. Say it again.
And conjunction connects clauses or sentence.
Connects clauses. Can you give me an example?
Anything like, although it's raining, I went outside, or.
Now, although it is a conjunction, but it's a special kind of
contrast.
It's for complex sentences, right? But using and, guys, a conjunction is much easier with and. Can anyone give me an example of and? I like chocolate and I like chocolate. Okay. This is a very, very important distinction, guys, in word formation, in word grammar as well, knowing the difference between a preposition and a conjunction. It will really affect different sentences that you write if you don't know this. Okay, this is just a game. Okay, so one more. Now I'm going to use OET words. This is more like OET now. What about something like surgery? Everyone, OET word, surgery?
Noun.
Okay.
Noun.
Okay, so Aditi, you're not allowed to answer the next one, okay? So Aditi, just quiet for 1 second. So surgery, what's the adjective of surgery? Anyone?
Surgeon.
Surgical.
Surgical.
Surgical, okay. Is there another noun? Can anyone think of another
Surgeon.
noun?
Surgeon.
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 Surgeon, okay. So these are more like OET words, okay? Now, microphone's off. What about this? What about something like, we will do admit.
Verb.
It's a
Is this
verb.
verb?
It's a verb. And what's the noun form, guys, of admit? Anyone, shout out.
Admission.
Admission, okay. And is there any other forms of this word? Sorry, being a bit lazy today. Any other forms?
Admitting gerund.
Admitting, okay. What is a gerund, guys? Is it a noun, a verb, or adjective?
Noun.
Noun.
A gerund can be a noun.
And it can be adjective also.
It can be an adjective. What else can it be?
Verb.
Verb.
Adjective or verb, okay?
Or present participle verb.
Example like this, I like swimming. Let's call it, I like swimming. Is that a noun, verb, or adjective, guys?
Verb.
This is noun.
Adjective.
Noun.
It's a noun, isn't it? Anil, why is this a noun?
Because of ing.
Well, so ing is a gerund, right?
Subject, verb,
Yeah, subject, verb, and this is.
Wait, because you're coming in a bit too fast, Aditi. Just give other people a chance. Come on, Anil, I like swimming. Why is this a noun?
Because there is subject and like is a verb.
Yeah, this is the object of the sentence, right?
Yeah.
What about if I say this, guys? She is swimming. Now what is it? She is swimming. Now it's a verb, isn't it?
Noun phrase.
Right? It's a verb. She is swimming. It's not a noun phrase. No way, right?
Okay.
She is swimming. Look, this is just present continuous. She is swimming. Okay. What about if we say this though? Okay. Look, guys. What if I say the admitting doctor was worried? What is it now? What form of the word is ing here?
Adjective.
Or Han or Shahjahan?
Adjective.
Adjective.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Adjective.
So it can play all of these roles depending on the situation. Okay. Today, guys, you're going to be actually doing this. This is part of the class. You will be guessing the grammatical form. Okay. So let me explain what we're doing today. That was just a game. All right. Today, what we're going to do is focus on vocabulary. But we're going to start off by talking about guessing from context. This is a very important skill in OET. And we'll start the class by talking about that. Then in today's class, guys, you're going to go into groups and you're going to guess the form and meaning of the words. Okay. So just like we were guessing then, you'll be doing that in groups today. At the end of this class, we will make a diagram of useful vocab for reading and listening. Okay. So that is the plan. Let's begin with Bianca. Bianca, could you say hello?
Hello, Alan.
I'm going to talk today about guessing from context. What is that? What does that mean, guess from context?
You have to take the meaning of a word from the context, even though you don't know exactly what that word means.
Okay, so if we say, for example, let's have an example of that. I like that example. Something like, she feels ambiguous. Now, I know some of you already know this word because I taught you, but we can guess the meaning of this word, can't we, if we don't know? So, for example, let me just ask someone who might not know this. Rabia, could you say hello? Rabia or Nime?
Hello. Hello.
What does ambiguous mean?
Ambiguous. Ambiguous.
You can
I don't
guess.
know, but it is about
You can guess.
ambiguous. I don't know.
Well, look at the verb. Look at the verb. She feels.
Something feel somebody.
Feelings.
Feelings.
Right?
Yeah, feelings.
So probably an emotion, right? Something like
Yes,
that.
an emotion.
This is what I want you guys to practice doing, because let's be honest, in the exam, sometimes you will not know the word, but you can practice guessing from context. And actually, OET, they like this very much. This is very much something that OET recommend practicing. Okay, so here we can say that this is emotion because of the verb feels, right? Another very, very simple example, guys. Look, what about this? I had. What does it mean?
I had okay. I had
A
something to
problem?
eat.
Some food.
I had something
For lunch?
to
Something.
eat for lunch.
It's going to be food, right? It's going to be food of some kind because we can see lunch here, right? This is what we mean by guessing from context. Okay, so it's to get the meaning from what? Give me a definition, guys. Anyone here? Maybe, yeah? Let me just
We can
nominate a few people, actually. Can I ask for Alina? Could you say hello, Lena, or Aditi? Or we could have Joth.
So,
Hello.
so from a sentence or a paragraph.
It's from the sentence, yeah. Do you think you can get it from the paragraph as well, Aditi? Maybe.
Like one or two
Yeah.
lines.
If it's a short one, yeah, okay. So guys, what I want us to do today is I have a diagram and I want you guys to go into groups and you will have an example sentence, all right? And from that sentence, you guys have to get the meaning, but also the form, okay? What do we mean by form again? Oops, sorry about that, guys. What do we mean by form?
Type of the word.
Yeah, we just played the game, right?
Yeah.
Sorry about this, guys. When I forget to turn my my Skype off, people call me, so I'm really sorry. Really, I'm going to turn my Skype off there. Sorry about that. People call me without asking. Sometimes it's a little bit rude. Okay, so this is what we're doing. Here are the sentences. Can everyone see these sentences?
yes.
Yes.
So we're getting meaning, we're getting form. You can see that form is here. You can see that meaning is here. Okay, we'll start with an easy one. She is quite susceptible to infection. Susceptible. Now we have infection here. We have quite here. Let me ask this question to Asma. Could you say hello, Asma? Or
Hello. Hello, Alan.
you could probably get the meaning from the example.
Yeah, she's quite exposed.
Oh, that's
to
not
infection.
bad. Not bad. It's not exactly exposed, but I know what you mean. Getting close. Can anyone help her?
Prone to.
On to
Or
Vulnerable.
vulnerable. Anything else?
Predispose. She
I
has
would
a
Sensitive. Easy.
Yeah,
Eminent.
tendency. Or
Mhm.
in a more of a medical context, you could say at risk.
That's true.
Right, at risk. Now, Bianca, actually not Bianca, can I have Hatis and Han, please?
Yes.
You also have to guess the form. What's the form of this, Hatis? Do you know?
Adjective.
Yeah, it's an adjective, isn't it? Now, Han,
Yes.
why is it an adjective? Why?
Because it's after the verb to be.
Yeah, we have verb to be. So usually, not always, but usually we have the adjective after that. Also, Han, what do we see here?
Tibble.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Hatis, do you
Yes.
know the name of this when you see this at the end of a word?
Exactly, no.
Anyone here
Suffix.
know the name?
Suffix.
Suffix.
Right. So this is an adjective suffix. Microphones off, please, guys. This is an adjective suffix, which means from this ending, just from this, we can know that it's an adjective. All right. So this is what you guys are going to do today. You're going to look at all of these sentences. You're going to get me the form and discuss the meaning as well. Is everyone ready for this activity? I think it's clear, right?
Yes.
All right, so you're going to go into rooms. You will see this on your screens when you go in. Please join the rooms now. When you've finished, you can return back. Okay, so off you go, please. Please join those rooms. And I'm going to stay here. Okay, so I think we're also live on YouTube. We do classes like this every day, 4 hours of classes like this every day, trying to get people better at reading and listening. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so we have a few people back. So Han, you've returned. Rashmi, you've returned, yeah?
Alan, can I ask you one thing?
Please.
Also, where in UK, when you study master, do you have to show that you have experience? Or you have to work in experience?
Not necessarily. Depends on what subject, though, Han. There's different requirements for different courses. I think. What kind of course?
No, because if I want to study master for nursing,
Yeah.
sometimes I found that some uni they ask experience, but I can't experience if I not pass OET.
Yeah, exactly. I think in the UK there's different criteria, so you should shop around, as we say. You probably can find one that would let you, yeah. But you would have to just go and apply to a few. You're welcome. Welcome.
Thank you.
So are you, Rashmi, are you okay? Rashmi's here. Are you guys finished?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. So you've got all of these words, yeah?
We just discuss.
Okay, so what does it mean a top? What does that mean, top, Rashmi? What did you discuss with this
I
one?
think it's a dress, tops,
Almost, not bad.
A
Not bad, actually.
rest.
dressing.
It's a very informal term, but I took it from one of the exams. Okay, so let me just message everyone, okay? You have 1 more minute. And yeah, so we are going to be, we'll invite everyone back in a second. I can see that Margarita's here. It's nice to see you, Margarita. And also Melanie.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Hey, well, not nice to meet you. We've chatted many times, right?
Yes,
nice to see you.
Yeah.
Is it? Yes.
Good morning, because good morning is the best day to tell.
And Margarita, are you okay there? Not Margarita, sorry, Margarita. I'm getting very confused now. Melanie. I think that maybe you're new, so I just want to say hi and say you're very welcome here. Let me close all these rooms. Melanie? No? Doesn't want to talk to me, Margarita. Okay, did you have a nice weekend, Margarita? Did you go out?
It was not bad, thank you, yes.
Okay, good. Were you
I was-
working or?
I was on the walk.
Ah, me too.
On the walk around Windsor Great Park.
Nice. Would
Yeah.
you say like a hike? How long did you walk for?
Because I was like it's a rambling, that is, and
Okay.
because previously I belonged to a ramblers group, but
Oh,
now
okay.
I'm very busy because I want just like to pass my exam.
Mhm.
So I hope if I will pass my exam, I just can do just with a group more. But at
You
the
do
moment
more.
I can do only alone, with my friend.
A ramblers group, eh? So you just walk around and maybe go to the pub occasionally. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
Sounds nice. Yeah. We have some amazing scenery in the UK. I went to the Peak District on the weekend.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
beautiful, so
Very
beautiful.
beautiful. Yes.
Anyway, I think everyone's back now, guys. Can you all hear and see me? I know that some of you are listening there, but now everyone is back. Can you all say hello?
Yes.
Hello.
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 So, right, we're going to go through these. Sorry if you didn't finish, but that's okay. I will give the answers now. Just a chance to be a bit more social in the groups. As bonus question, I also want to talk a little bit about what we call antonyms, opposite meaning. Does anyone know the antonym for susceptible? Maybe Han might know, or anyone else. Opposite, susceptible, with a prefix.
Maybe
Unsusceptible.
It's just on, yeah. So you could say unsusceptible. He was unsusceptible, right? Okay, so what about this one? I'm going to ask individual people now. Margarita, if we were talking before, but can you come back, please?
Yep.
What does particularly mean in this sentence?
Particularly it's like, and I think it's especially, or just like something related, exactly related to something?
Yeah, well, it's got two meanings actually. Yeah, so we could say specially. Yeah, so let's say specifically.
Specifically, yeah.
But here it doesn't mean that. What does it mean here?
She's particularly susceptible.
Individually? Individually?
Not in this sentence. It doesn't mean individually or specifically.
Significantly.
Yeah, it's more like significant, or it's more like highly.
Highly.
Yeah, it's like very. Strange. In this sentence, it means like very susceptible. So,
Especially can be.
yeah, it's a bit like especially susceptible. Yeah, exactly. Right. It could be. I'll put that here, especially. But I'm going to put very here. So it's increasing the strength. It makes this stronger. Right. It's not saying it's more specific. Saying it's stronger. All right. If I say, guys, I am particularly hungry today. Does that mean I'm specifically hungry or very hungry?
Very hungry.
Right, so it has this double meaning here. Is it a noun, verb, or adjective, everyone? Noun, verb,
Adverb.
Adverb.
Aditi, why is it an adverb? We know. It's
So because it is explaining the adjective,
ly.
like before adjective.
well, we have the suffix
And
of
ly also. Ly also.
wait a second. Particularly susceptible. Is this an adverb or is this an adjective?
Adjective.
Yeah. I just saw the suffix here and I'm thinking, okay, adverb. But is it an adverb or is it an adjective? What do you guys think?
Adverb only.
I thought
Adverb,
it
sir.
was-
Adverb, sir. I
Adverb
think because it is
describing
before
the-
adjective.
describing the
Adjective.
Yeah.
Usually an adverb describes a verb, but let me just check that actually. I would like to check myself. So
Yeah,
it might
adverb
be
can
also describe adjective.
adjective
Yes.
and
Yeah,
verb.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Okay, so I did it in accordance with his wishes. Let me ask just someone special here. Hussein, if he's back, maybe he's not ready. Joth, if you're there, or Katarine. I did it in accordance with. This is just a phrase, isn't it? Just a phrase in accordance with. Katarine, could you say hello?
Hello.
Jothi? What does it mean in accordance with? Hello.
It's a noun phrase.
Yeah, you could say it's let's just call it a phrase.
Means
For, follow-
be agree with something.
That's
Agree.
on behalf.
Yeah, okay. Agreeing with what? Agreeing with
His wishes.
yeah. So here it means agreeing with his wishes, I guess. So yeah,
follow his wishes.
Margarita.
According to.
Following his wishes.
According to his wishes.
We could say according to, but that's the same word with different form. Okay.
Considering his wishes.
Yeah, or
Conforming.
it could mean like in the way, in the same way. You know what I mean? Something like that. In the same way, according to.
Can
But
I
the-
say on his behalf?
No, it wouldn't be that.
No.
Because that means you do it for him.
Hmm.
Yeah, and you would use the causative, you know how we use the causative with the passive, like I had my hair cut, right? Here it just means I did it. Honestly, that's the best answer. The best answer was the first answer, agreeing. Okay. All right. Now I know this one's quite easy, I guess, but we should still review it, I think. Maria, could you say hello? Or Nana? Administer. Is it a verb now?
Hello.
What's the form? Form.
Verb.
Administer. It's a verb. Yeah. And Nana, the meaning of administer means to
To apply, to deliver, to give.
give. Yeah. So why don't we say give 3 doses in OET? Why do we say administer?
Is formal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it sounds more formal. Yeah, it sounds more professional. More
Yeah.
professional. It means the same thing when you're talking about doses and medication, but it sounds more professional. Administer. So you can put that in your writing, right?
Mm.
We're not expecting you guys to use all of this vocabulary in your writing. This is just reading and listening, right? But you can use this in your writing as well. Okay. Any questions on that one? I muted someone, I think. Okay, that's an easy one anyway. Let's move on from this one. Mariella, could you say hello, Mariella? Or Rabia? She poses a threat to him. Verb, noun, adjective.
A verb.
It's a verb, isn't it? And what does it mean to pose?
I think make a threat, same as make a risk, pose a risk.
What do you mean?
I don't know how to say, but I understand it.
Yeah, I mean, make is okay, but it's not exactly the most precise. Anyone else?
Sorry, but it's like to be afraid to him. She was afraid to him.
You could change this to be.
Well,
but pose doesn't mean. I mean, you're right. It means the same as she is a threat to him, right? But we say poses. It doesn't mean the same as be.
She create.
Present. It's like I think it means something like to pose is like to potentially
Harm, danger.
Potentially be. It's like potentially be, right? Let me show you. What is a pose? A pose is this. Yeah. I am posing. It's when you put an object, usually the body, in a particular situation, right? Like models. Okay. So I am posing. And now look, I pose a threat to you, right? Sorry about this, but you see, it's a pose. It's ready. It's potentially dangerous. My fist, right? That's the meaning, the real meaning. Okay, potentially is. Okay, we usually use it with threat and danger as well. This is like a collocation, I think. What does that mean, Alina, Tatiana? What does collocation mean? Collocation. Collocation.
Go together.
Anyone?
Yeah, words that go together.
Words that we always use together. Like, do we say take a shower or do we say do a shower?
Have a shower. Have a shower.
You can say take and have. That's the collocation, take and have. But we don't say do a shower, right? So it's the same idea. Pose a threat. So write that down if you didn't know that already, guys. Okay, let me ask someone else now. Eli, could you say hello, Eli? Hello.
Sorry.
Yes, go on, question.
Can I know the spelling of collocation?
Yeah, sure, I'll put it here. So collocation, you can research this as well if you want, guys.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And if you want to sound natural in English, do a bit of research on collocations, right? Because it's not grammar, it's just more like a style kind of thing. Okay, so temperature logs are regularly audited. Can I ask anyone? Yeah, what does it mean?
Reviewed?
Reviewed. It's not reviewed, but almost.
Checked or investigate. Checked or investigate.
It's to check.
Controlled by someone.
Investigate.
Great detail. To audit is to check every detail. Also, it can mean to count it. You know, if you say, I am being audited by the tax office, what does that mean? I am being audited by the tax office.
Yeah, examine.
You have been checked.
They're checking it, and also they're counting it as well.
Yes, they use it in count in audition.
Now, Nana, is this a noun, verb, or adjective? Temperature log regularly audited. It's a verb, isn't it?
Verb.
So audit is to check every detail, to count it. Okay. Now, Anil, if you could put your microphone on, Anil. Everyone else's microphone's off.
Yes. Hello.
Check the writing to see if it is legible. What does that mean, legible?
Legible means maybe is it like a handwriting or like clear
writing? Do you know the form of the verb, Anil? Is it a verb? Is it a noun, adjective?
This is adjective, I think. Adjective.
It is. Why is it an adjective, guys? Why?
People.
Legible means
the same
understandable.
Suffix, yeah, you have the same suffix here. So what does it mean, Han? I'm sure Han will know this.
Readable.
Allowed?
Readable.
Readable.
Readable. Yeah. Okay, microphone. It's getting a bit noisy. Someone has a very noisy microphone. Be careful there. Okay, so Han is saying readable.
Understandable.
It's somewhere between both of those. Shahjahan and Han, you're both right. Okay.
It's
not
like
I'm just going to put again. Someone, you have a very noisy mic. Be careful. I think it might be you and Neil. Okay, it's like very noisy. Okay. It means, guys, this. You can. Do you know decipher? You can understand it when you. No, it's this. The way you write with your hand can be read by another. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, I'll give you an example. Okay, so is this legible, guys?
No.
Only if it's your signature.
Is it like
If you're a doctor.
Now, is this one legible?
Yes.
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 Like
Right. So if they say, what's the opposite of legible?
Illegible.
Illegible. Okay. And look, you doctors, we all know that doctors have terrible handwriting, right? That's the joke. So your handwriting maybe is sometimes not legible. Does that make sense, guys?
We are trying hardly.
So illegible. Look at this handwriting. It's illegible, right? It's to do with your writing with a pencil, right? Not on a computer. Does that make sense for everyone here? Does anyone want to ask any questions on this?
Yes.
It really is. I mean, what Han and Shahjahan said, understandable, readable, these are kind of synonyms, okay? It is an invasive procedure. This is too easy, okay? But guys, can anyone tell me here, what's the form of the word invasive?
Adjective.
Adjective. And again, how do we know it's an adjective? How do we know?
IVE.
Suffix. Suffixes. And it comes before the noun as well. Yeah, it comes before the noun. It could be sometimes a compound noun, though, right? But yeah, I think definitely that's a very, very good point. Now, invasive. Asma, could you tell us? Or Eli, Margarita, what does invasive mean?
A hard maneuver?
Life-threatening.
It's not hard, but you're getting close.
No, go in.
Major.
Maria? Major.
Yeah.
Again, it doesn't mean that, but yes, it will be. If it's invasive, then it will be also major, but it doesn't mean the same. Okay. Aisha, could you say hello? Aisha Hassan, or we could try Seren. Could you say hello? Come on, an invasive procedure. This is very important.
To get difficult.
To get, yes.
No, it's to go in.
When
to
we
go,
cut, go into cutting. Inside.
Go inside. Go inside. Right?
Entering.
Entering. Yeah, entering.
Puncturing?
Not puncturing, but you know what they're talking about. What
You
did
know,
say?
Ellen, I'm a consultant of anesthesia. So when we measure blood pressure in an invasive maneuver, we insert a cannula. So we puncture that.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Well, insert, yes. Insert, yes. Puncture, yeah, but it just doesn't. It doesn't speak to me as being the same meaning. Okay.
Okay.
But insert, yes, right? Because it's just go inside.
Russian invaded into Ukraine.
Yeah, and we say the verb. There's a verb form, Nana, right? If you want to give that one, invade. Yeah, exactly. Or what's the noun form of this as well? Invasion. So we use exactly the same word that we can use in a political context as we do in a medical context, just meaning go inside. Okay, go inside another country, go inside a body. Okay.
Can be harmful too.
Say that again.
Yeah.
It's correct.
Say again.
Harmful. Harmful.
Harmful.
No, it's not necessarily harmful.
No, it's not harmful.
No, it just depends if it goes wrong. No one wants to hear that word, though. You have to have an invasive procedure. No one likes that.
It means internally.
What about this? What if we say, you know, that guy, he's He was very invasive. His questions were very invasive. What does that mean?
In your personal space.
Yeah. So it can also mean getting into your personal space. People who ask questions maybe that are not appropriate.
We say that undesirable.
Yeah, but invasive, like if who said that? I'll give you an example. Who said that? Be careful now. Who was speaking then? Sorry, I didn't see that.
It's me, Aisha.
Aisha, so Aisha, you can imagine Aisha, I said to you, tell me about your husband. And then I start asking all these questions about your husband it's very invasive, isn't it? I don't know you that well, right? To ask you about these things. That's what we mean, okay? So personal matters, if we are in a professional situation, like we are here, right? So invasive, don't forget, very, very useful in OET. You will see this in the exam test, okay? I think you will see this on Wednesday or Thursday this week in the tests. You will see that adjective, okay? Now, fitting, this one's very hard. Bianca, did you get it?
For me, it's an adjective because it's describing the device.
In this case, it can be an adjective, right? It can be both, actually. Okay, so I'm going to
put down as a noun. No? Fitting.
We took it together. Fitting medical device.
What about if I finish this sentence though? Because this is what I want. It can be a verb, okay? But what about
Verb.
now?
It seems like verb.
It's noun? No? Gerald?
It's a verb, but in a noun phrase, right? In a noun phrase.
Okay.
Right? But what does it mean? More important is the meaning. Fitting medical device
Fixing.
is
I would say suitable.
Adjusting.
putting them in.
Adjusting.
Fixing.
Fixing them. No, we're not fixing, like putting them in, attaching them, right?
So finally, it's noun or what? A verb?
It is.
Noun phrase. I think it's better.
It's a noun, but it's a.
Together.
This is a gerund. Remember we said. So this
Gerund,
is a noun
yes,
phrase,
that's why I thought it's
right?
gerund. Isn't it?
Let's just call it part of a noun phrase. Is the best thing to say.
Ellen, so is it gerund or gerund?
You can say both. It doesn't matter yet.
Okay.
Some teachers say gerund, some teachers say gerund, exactly. But you can say this. What if I said that was, it was very fitting that he did not get the job.
In dictionary,
Suitable.
in dictionary, they give you as a noun, as a gerund, or as adjective.
Yeah, I mean,
In
language.
Cambridge Dictionary.
It can move. This is what I was saying about the gerund at the start of class. Remember, it can move around and be different. It can be an adjective, it can be a noun, it can be a verb. Focus on the meaning though, okay? The meaning is put them in or attach them or suitable or correct, okay? Those are the two meanings we have. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
I need to move, I'm going very slow with this one. So I can only do one more, but this will be finished before Friday, and there will be a test on this stuff, okay? So I'm going to leave some of these empty, actually, and you guys, this is part of your homework, actually. So we'll do one more. What do you want me to do here? One more.
That's the next
At
one.
liberty too.
Get
Top.
everything down.
Get everything down? Let's do
Get
top.
everything down.
We're going to do top, okay? Right, because because it's funny, okay?
Because
So-
it's easy.
Ah, okay. So what is a top? Is it a noun, verb, or adjective?
It's noun.
Noun.
Is a noun.
Maybe if I ask a man, it will be more difficult for a man than a woman, maybe? Let's test it out. Maybe Eli, could you say hello? Or Anil,
Hello.
what does it mean? What is a top?
Can mean in this preposition like a t-shirt, a jumper.
Yeah, it's clothing. What is it, a t-shirt or a jumper? What does it mean, a top? Specifically, guys, what is it? A top? None of you.
Which we wear.
Anything what will go on your
On the top.
yes.
I
Top,
think.
top part of your body.
Right. So
Healthy.
I think.
someone said, was it Rabia? You said it means dress. It doesn't mean dress. It means anything. Shirt, t-shirt,
Suitable, I think anything which is suitable or
anything at all.
A piece of cloth.
Tank top. Does anyone know that word? Tank top.
yeah.
How
okay.
do you know, Alan? Tank top. Oh my god.
I'm old. Is the problem? Okay, so look, guys. This is the plan for this week. Friday. What's going to happen? What happens every Friday? There will be a vocabulary test, okay, or games. So what I want you guys to do today is to study these, okay? Yes, you don't know some of them, but you can use your dictionary. You can guess from context today. Remember, this is guessing from context. Study these because I will do a test on Friday. If you're serious about OET study, people always say to me, Alan, how can I improve my reading? Get serious about vocabulary study. So if you're serious about vocabulary study, study it this week. Come on Friday, I will test you. Okay, so thank you very much everyone for watching this class. It was nice and I enjoyed it. I'm going to stop the recording, but you do not have to say goodbye because what's happening